Raleigh, North Carolina, once a small capital city, now one of the fastest growing metros in the country. But how did we get here? And more importantly, where is Raleigh headed next? I'm Gretchen Coley, founder of the Coley Group, the #1 Compass team in the Triangle, and in this video, we're diving into how Raleigh has changed over time. From its founding to the real estate boom happening right now. Whether you're a history buff or a homeowner or you're thinking about moving here, you're going to want to stick around for this one. This is packed full of information. Raleigh's early growth. From founding to the mid-20th century, Raleigh was established in 1792 as North Carolina's capital, making it one of the few planned state capitals in the entire U.S. The state purchased 1,000 acres of land from Joel Lane, a local landowner, and laid it out in a city grid pattern with Fayetteville Street at its center. Throughout the 1800s, Raleigh remained a small but politically important city. The arrival of the railroad in the 1840s helped bring new industries, and by the 19th century, the city was rapidly growing thanks to its strong universities like UNC Chapel Hill. The rise of Raleigh's universities and the birth of Research Triangle, founded in 1789, UNC Chapel Hill holds the title of the first public university in the U.S. It would go on to become a powerhouse in research and academics, laying the groundwork for the region's future economic success. And Raleigh didn't stop there. Shaw University, established in 1865 as the first historically black university in the South, played a pivotal role in shaping Raleigh's diverse educational landscape. Around the same time, Peace College, now William Peace University, was founded in 1857, providing higher education opportunities for women. Peace. Fast forward to 1887, and NC State University was born, originally an agricultural and mechanical college, but it would eventually transform into a research and tech hub, especially in engineering and innovation. And let us not forget Duke University. Founded in Durham in 1924, it quickly became a major private research institution, particularly in medicine and science, and helped cement the region's reputation as a center for higher learning. Together, these universities laid the foundation for what would later become the Research Triangle, a dynamic hub of education, research, and high-tech industry that would shape Raleigh's future in a huge way. Early 20th century. Streetcars, suburbs, and the city's big expansion. By the early 1900s, Raleigh was shifting from a small capital city into a growing urban center, and it had the infrastructure to prove it. The streetcar system, introduced in the early 1900s, allowed neighborhoods like Oakwood, Boylan Heights, and Cameron Park to flourish beyond the downtown core. Meanwhile, institutions like the State Bank of North Carolina and later Wachovia helped fuel financial growth. Then came the roads. The construction of US Route 1 in the 1920s through 30s made travel and commerce more accessible, setting the stage for even bigger changes. After World War II, suburban life took off, and Raleigh was no exception. In 1949, Cameron Village, now the Village District, became the first planned shopping center in the Southeast, while the 1960s saw North Hills emerge as one of the city's first major suburban developments. By the 1970s, commuting had become easier thanks to I-440 Beltline, fueling rapid growth in North Raleigh and Cary. By the mid-century mark, Raleigh had clearly outgrown this quiet government town roots. The turning point. The birth of Research Triangle Park, Raleigh's biggest turning point, came in 1959 with the founding of Research Triangle Park. The Research Triangle Foundation was created to bring high-tech industries and research facilities to the region, leveraging the talent that was coming out of UNC Chapel Hill, NC State, and Duke. At this time, North Carolina was struggling to retain those top university graduates, and RTP was designed to keep that talent local and attract major companies, and wow, did it work. RTP had drawn companies like IBM, GlaxoSmithKline, setting the stage for Raleigh's explosive modern growth. By the 1970s and 80s, something big was happening in Raleigh, and it wasn't just a state capital anymore. It was one of the fastest growing cities in the Southeast, and at the heart of that transformation was Research Triangle Park. RTP was booming. IBM, GlaxoSmithKline were thriving, and that success was contagious. More high-tech and biotech firms moved in, bringing thousands of jobs with them. People from all over the country started moving here, and opportunities and Raleigh's population just took off. By the 1990s and early 2000s, giants like Cisco, Lenovo, and Red Hat had set up headquarters right here, turning Raleigh into a hub for software, biotech, and innovation. And that meant one thing: growth. Raleigh's population and housing explosion. With all the new jobs came waves of new residents. Raleigh went from around 122,000 people in 1970 to over 500,000 today. In Wake County, it's now home to more than 1.1 million people, and that number is only going up. More people meant more demand for homes, and the Raleigh real estate market responded fast. You started seeing new neighborhoods pop up everywhere, especially in the suburbs. Cary became the go-to spot for professionals. Apex and Holly Springs grew like crazy for young families looking for space. Wake Forest and Roseville turned into hot spots for brand new master plan communities. By the early 2000s, suburban living wasn't just growing, it was absolutely booming. And home prices, well, they were headed in only one direction: downtown Raleigh's comeback. But it wasn't just the suburbs that were changing. Downtown Raleigh was getting a whole new life. In 2006, Fayetteville Street reopened after being closed to traffic for decades. That kicked off a wave of revitalization. Restaurants, nightlife, high-rise apartments started popping up all over town. Glenwood South became the place to go for a night out, and the Warehouse District transformed into an arts and entertainment hub. And in 2018, Union Station opened, expanding transit options and making downtown even more connected. Today, it's a completely different city than it was just a few decades ago when I moved here. Real estate prices. Prices are skyrocketing. Now, here's where things get really interesting: home prices. Back in 2010, the median home price in Raleigh was around $210,000. Today, it's over $400,000 and still climbing. For homeowners, that's been an incredible vehicle for building equity, but for buyers, it means competition is fierce. Raleigh has gone from a small capital city to a booming metro, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. The job market is thriving, the demand for housing is sky high, and property values, well, they're still going up too. So where is Raleigh headed? Raleigh's future is set to be transformed by several major developments that will reshape the landscape and the economy. Apple's upcoming $1 billion campus in Research Triangle Park is slated to begin construction in 2026. It's expected to introduce 3,000 high-paying jobs, further solidifying the city's status as a burgeoning tech hub. In tandem, the Raleigh Sports and Entertainment District is poised to revitalize the area surrounding PNC Arena, converting it into an 80-acre mixed-use destination featuring retail spaces, office hotels, residential units, and a 4,300-seat music venue. Transportation infrastructure is also advancing, with the S-Line Corridor project aiming to restore passenger and rail service between Raleigh and Richmond, enhancing regional connectivity. In addition to all of this, initiatives to complete the I-540 project are underway to extend the Triangle Expressway, forming a comprehensive loop around the city to improve traffic flow, and we can't wait for that to happen. Completing these developments, Raleigh's downtown is undergoing a strategic transformation. The Downtown Raleigh Economic Development Strategy, unveiled in August of 2024, outlines a vision created to create vibrant public spaces, enhancing connectivity, fostering community collaboration, and celebrating the city's unique character. This plan emphasizes the importance of pedestrian-friendly infrastructure, sustainable transportation options, and the integration of art and culture into urban design. Moreover, significant projects like the Raleigh Convention Center expansion, which will add 500,000 square feet of meeting space, and the Downtown South development, a 140-acre mixed-use project that are set to further invigorate the city's core. You know, Raleigh has come a long way, evolving from a small government town into a thriving modern city. With its booming economy, rapid population growth, massive urban developments, the future is bright for those who are looking to live, work, and invest here. If you're thinking about making Raleigh your home, now is the time to get ahead of the curve. So we've got a couple ways to help you find your perfect place right here in the Raleigh market. Number one is you can take our neighborhood match survey. The link's gonna be down below. 5-minute survey will help match you with your 3 top neighborhoods. Or you can download our relocation guide, also linked down below. Or you can schedule a time to meet with one of our incredible agents and get help and advice and guidance as you navigate this really tricky real estate market. And if you liked this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and just give us your thoughts down below in the comments. Tell us where you see Raleigh heading and what you love or don't like about living here. It will be so helpful to those watching. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, and we'll see you in the next episode right here in Raleigh.